Okay, we will now turn our attention on the first panel of the day, Family Office, a re-examination of alternative investments and real estate. In this session, we aim to explore how leaders in these sectors are capitalizing on the opportunities within alternative investments, while also addressing the challenges and strategies for overcoming them. This panel discussion will last for 45 minutes and will be structured in 2 rounds. I'm pleased to introduce our moderator, Ms. Pallavi Joshi Bakhru, Partner and Head of Private Client Services at Grant Thornton Bharat LLP. There she is. With over 30 years in tax consultancy, Pallavi is a leading expert in corporate tax litigation and international arbitration. She specializes in tax structuring, regulatory compliance, and also worked on numerous projects for Indian and international investors. Pallavi has contributed to BIT disputes and was named one of the top 10 women in tax in India by the International Tax Review in 2015. At Grant Thornton Bharat, she heads the Private Client Services Division and oversees India-UK Corridor Program, focusing on succession planning, family business promotion, and diversity advocacy. Let us look forward to Ms. Pallavi Joshi Bakhru's insightful speech. Can we have you on stage, please? Big round of applause for her. Thank you, ma'am. All right, fair enough. Okay, let me call all the panelists one by one firstly. Okay, our first panelist is Mr. Shridhar N, Group Director and CEO, Hiranandani Group. We're excited to introduce Mr. Shridhar N, Group Director, Infrastructure and Logistics at the Hiranandani Group, with over 30 years of experience in transformational leadership and profitability. He launched Greenbase with Blackstone and orchestrated India's largest real estate PE deal, exceeding over $1 billion. As founder and managing partner of Pegasus FinInvest Advisory Services, he manages the 20 million Pegasus India Evolving Opportunities Fund, focusing on sustainable edutech and health tech ventures. Shridhar's impressive client career includes CFO roles at Future Holding Capital Holdings, Britannia Industries, and Coca-Cola India. Can we have him on stage, please, with a round of applause, Mr. Shridhar? Welcome, sir. Please have a seat. Our second panelist for the afternoon is Sachin Tagra, Managing Partners, JSW Ventures. We are thrilled to welcome you, sir. Managing Partner, JSW Ventures. Sachin leads his early stage technology venture fund and has a rich history of investment in startups since 2014. He previously led Capital 18 at Network 18 and established early stage investment models at Brand Capital, Times Group, with experience in P&L management across consumer, retail, and media sectors at companies such as Reliance Retail and the Friedman Group. Sachin also serves on the board of several tech startups. Please join me in welcoming Sachin on stage, please. Big round of applause for you, sir. Our third panelist for the day is Ganesh, President, Pratithi Investments. With over 20 years of excellence in fund management, financial control, and statutory compliance, Ganesh has worked with renowned organizations like Skandia, KPMG, Reliance, Infosys, Cognizant. He currently services as the president of Pratithi Investments, overseeing strategic investment decisions for the family office of Chris Gopalakrishnan, Infosys co-founder. Please, with a warm welcome, can we have you on stage, sir, please? And our fourth panelist for the day, Priya, co-founder and director, Entrust Family Office. With over 25 years in retail, corporate, and private banking experience, she excels in business development, compliance, and process management. Priya advises leading Indian families and high net worth individuals on financial planning, succession, and philanthropy. Recently honored as one of the top 10 women leaders in wealth management by Women Entrepreneur magazine, her global presence on investment management is invaluable. A big round of applause for you, ma'am. Can we have you here, please, with us? Now, Pallavi, over to you.
You run a multi-family office. You've got your ears to the ground. How are you seeing family offices decide their asset allocation? Real estate has been a favorite for a very long time and still continues to be. There's no taking away from that. Particularly now people are looking at commercial real estate to create annuity rental income. But it'll be interesting to hear from you, what else are you seeing people do with their money?
Sure. Firstly, thank you to AISL and Sree for organizing such a wonderful event, which is focused on alternate investments and sustainable lifestyle. And thank you, Pallavi, for being our moderator for the discussion. So firstly, I would like to say that family offices are, of course, everyone knows about the two categories, which is the single family office, which is set up for a particular family, and the other one is the multi-family office, which is like Entrust, what we have, multiple clients we manage. So these are the two types, but more importantly, the other categorization for family office is one set of family office is growth-oriented, which is more for wealth creation purpose, typically set up by the first-gen entrepreneur when they have taken an exit or partially or fully, and if they want to diversify their investments into synergistic opportunities or for liquidity management or looking for more wealth creation opportunities, or the second generation or the next generation of the family want to create a particular pool which is different from their operating businesses, but want to have a family office kind of a setup for wealth management, purely for wealth creation from various other opportunities.
Fundamentally, my introduction to Hiranandani was first to reorganize the group, then create and restart the real estate and reorganize the whole business, hire heads. And that's how I started off. And then I took off the entire commercial real estate piece and then monetized that. And that's what created the family office, incidentally.
It usually is a liquidity event which creates
like something which Priya also mentioned, because families exit. So this was two brothers and so there are too many assets. So each one wanted, then you can't, asset can always have a prescriptive value to it, right? Different value has different thought process. I'm sure GT also does valuation. So when GT will give you a value, E&Y will give you a value, I'll give a value. So there is a different valuation metrics. But then fundamentally when you go to the market and price it, then the market decides what the value is. So thereby the counterparties are all satisfied. So one of the approaches I took was to solve the whole thing was merge the whole thing, created an office company, and invited bids from the lot of big funds, because I'm well networked and connected with all the large funds across the globe. And then did a commercial asset sale of close to more than 5 million square feet and finished the sale at 1 billion to the highest bidder. And that happened to be Brookfield. The largest deal that the MC was mentioning was, at that time, it was one of the most structured and largest deal at that point in time in real estate.
So we started this fund in 2016. This is when the next generation was coming in the business. They said we have an interest in the businesses which you mentioned, which are more infrastructure. But now there is so much happening in India in terms of startup. We want to be a part of that journey. So the model could have been the invest in other funds and observe it from outside. Or the other option was to work closely with those founders, help first identify those startups and then invest in them and be part of their growth journey. And again, the options were do it through a family office structure or create a fund. So we thought, okay, let's create a fund which is completely sponsored by the family office of the JSW group to start with, but have a long-term thinking where you can institutionalize this. That means you can bring in other family offices to this forum. Yes. And then also have other institutions and CXOs participating in it. So I think the journey is exactly panning out what we envisaged 7-8 years ago.
The core has to get diversified. That's the approach of the family office. you already have equity in a large IT firm, right? And that continues. So it's like running another operating company, though we don't have any operating companies. So the family office is to diversify from that. So you do the normal stuff on what else you can do, etc., and you form the thesis, which is in discussion with the family. So one of the core things which at least Chris wanted to do was two things. Was one, support entrepreneurship. So how do you support, right? You do angel checks start with, then you become LPs in funds, and then you have your own fund. So this is the stage. So we have done all that. So now we have our own fund, but mostly it will also invest in funds, it will invest in startups. We have done direct investment in startups. We have done all the things, right? Equity, venture debt, or direct debt, the entire stuff to support that ecosystem.
So I think the stories are very resonating of the fact that family offices are going to be powerhouses that can sort of really help us build Viksit Bharat. So a big round of applause for the gentleman and the lady here who've shared all these insights with us. Thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Madhushi, can we have you on stage, please? A big round of applause for Shridhar, sir. Great insight. More success to you, sir. These photo opportunities, these photos last with us forever. Great now. Yes. I think he deserves a bigger round of applause for all the success on what he's achieved in our lives and the value that he's providing to the society today. Thank you, Sachin sir, for being a part of this afternoon. And our next panelist, Ganesh sir, small memento and for your time and for your knowledge, sharing your knowledge with us. Madhushi, it's a good workout happening for you as well. A good balancing act more than anything else. That's what life is all about, a good balancing act. Thank you so much. For Sree, Priya, NS, co-founder, director, Entrust Family Office. A small token of appreciation for you, ma'am. Keep up the good work. Come on, guys, let the energy flowing. It helps us also. It's a part of yoga as well, When you clap our hands together, we get energy. It's a win-win situation for all of us. Thank you so much.